Hello, everyone. All right, let me get right to it, okay? Well, first, let me just say real quick, I'm trying out my new rig tonight. It's basically just a tripod, but it folds in, and so I was thinking I could use it as like a double-handed handle to hold my phone, because I'm using my phone to record videos now instead of the crappy camera I had before. So I don't know. I just noticed it's not quite as stable as I thought it was. So I don't know if when I'm walking and recording, if it's going to shake too much or not. I do supposedly have an image stabilizer on my phone, but I don't know. So it'll be an experiment. Hopefully it'll work. If not, then I may have to retire it, but we'll try it for tonight. Okay, so tonight, doing something a little different. It's the middle of February, and it's very cold and snow-covered everywhere, so I was kind of limited as to where I could go. In fact, I really shouldn't even be doing this, to be honest with you, because the only place there's no snow, basically, is the roads and some parts of sidewalks. But I'm taking you on a bike path, and I've had my snow boots on. I printed out this thing to read to you from two websites. It's about the Washington Secondary Rail Trail, also known as the Washington Secondary Bike Path. It's a rail trail located in Rhode Island. By the way, this first part I got directly from the Wikipedia. The trail measures 19 miles and has sections which are paved and unpaved. It runs along an abandoned rail corridor of the former Hartford, Providence, and Fiskville Railroad. The trail serves the communities of Coventry, West Warwick, Warwick, and Cranston. Long-term plans envision the Washington Secondary Rail Trail connecting with the Blackstone River Bikeway, the East Bay Bike Path, and the Moosehead Valley State Park Trail in Connecticut. The Washington Secondary Rail Trail is a designated section of the East Coast Greenway. And then from dot.ri.gov, I printed out the Washington Secondary Bike Path, which is, to me, the more commonly used name. I don't think too many people call it the Washington Secondary Rail Trail, to be honest with you. That might be the official name, but most people just call it if they even call it anything besides the bike path, they call it the Washington Secondary Bike Path, or just the Washington Bike Path. Anyway, it's the state's longest bike path at 19 miles from Cranston Street. Some of this might be redundant, my apologies, because it's from two different sites. At 19 miles from Cranston Street in Cranston, which is where we're starting tonight, to Logbridge Road, just past 102 in western Coventry. It is named for the abandoned rail corridor once served by the Providence, Hartford, and Fiskville Railroad. The path is often referred to locally by the segment names given as the path was built, and these include from west to east, Trestle Trail, Coventry Greenway, West Warwick Greenway, Warwick Bike Path, and Cranston Bike Path. Probably the locals around here just call it the Cranston Bike Path, I'm guessing. The bikeway has been built in multiple phases since the late 1990s. As the path follows the former rail corridor, it's mostly flat, but has a gradual downhill slope heading from west to east. The greatest elevation change is on the Trestle Trail segment. For more than half its length, the path runs parallel to the Patuxent River. We won't be going near that tonight, though. But on some of my older videos, I did show you the Patuxent River. Small boat access is possible at several points with formal canoe launches. The trail also features an equestrian trail now open from Route 117 at Old Main Street to Logbridge Road. The equestrian path sometimes shares the bikeway, sometimes goes off-path, both north and south of the bikeway. Maybe I printed out a little too much there, but anyway, that gives you a little bit of a background on the place that we're going. We're just doing now tonight we're starting at the very start. Oh, almost lost everything. Phew, glad it's still recording. I better unplug this now. It's charging. Hold on. Do I need that light? I guess not. I'm about to get out anyway. So yeah, we're starting. I figured this would be a good series for my channel. Exploring the bike path. Because if it's 19 miles long, I mean, that would take... I'm not even sure I'd be able to do that in 1 year unless I did it almost every day. Considering I plan on doing short segments at a time. But yeah, I figured we start at the northernmost end of it, because it seems like the other end is a lot more rural and woodsy, and I really don't want to be trekking through the woods at night in the middle of February in the snow. But at least this one's, you know, starting over here in the city of Cranston. A lot more urban over here, so a lot more probably likely to have lights and maybe even possibly less snow. I don't know. Certainly less wild animals, no doubt. So I'm just going to finish getting bundled up here to go. Do I want... Hold on. I probably should put my mask on. My COVID mask. Because I found that it doubles as not only something that you wear when you go in a store, but when it's cold out, it helps to keep your face warm. And it's very, very cold tonight, like mid-20s by now, I think. So, wait a minute. Take my hat off again so I can get it on. Hope you can still hear me behind this mask. Probably a little bit more muffled, but I want to keep my face warm. Let me turn my car off. Wait a minute. Okay. I just want to get my gloves on and then we can get out and go. I thought this would stay locked in the... Oh wait, maybe if I turn this thing it'll stay locked in the... instead of swiveling around. Let's see. I want it to be about like right like that. So if I turn this... Is that tighter? No, wait, that way's tighter. Pardon the technical difficulties. Like I said, first time using this rig, so that's as tight as I can get it to go. Doesn't really keep it from spinning too well, does it? Well, it sort of does. It still turns, but maybe not quite as much as before. I don't know. It's the best I can do. We'll try it out. All right, so I just need to get my gloves on. I just didn't want to be all bundled up when I was reading that whole thing to you. That would have been a little difficult. What the heck is that? A receipt in my pocket. But yeah, so we're like I said, this is the very northernmost beginning of the trail, which used to be a railroad track. Starting off here in Cranston, the city of Cranston, in Warwick. The city of Cranston in Rhode Island. The state of Rhode Island. Did I put my keys in my pocket? I want to lock them in. Yes, I did. And we're actually probably just a few blocks from the border of Providence. And we'll be traveling in the southerly direction. Not for too long. This is not going to be too long of a video. It's way too cold and late and snowy for me to be going far. But we're just going to go a short distance. The very beginning of the bike path, and we can always come back on other occasions to do other legs. All right, I think we're ready to go. Now, as was also the case back in the day when I made my old videos, if I encounter any people within earshot, I may clam up, because I don't want to seem like I'm crazy, and I also don't want to draw attention to the fact that I'm recording a video. Although with my tripod attached to it, I'm not sure how unobvious it is anyway. But anyway, just if you see me, if I am talking and then I suddenly get quiet without warning, you'll probably know why. Of course, I could also decide to be quiet just for the heck of it. All right, 1, 2, 3, let's go. Oh, I just realized we're facing the wrong direction. I'm going to flip you around so you can see what's out there instead of my face. Uh-oh, why won't it flip? Uh-oh. How do I flip this? was hoping not to have to record this in 2 separate segments because it's a bit of a pain to have to combine them at home. But I couldn't, apparently there wasn't a way for some reason to flip it from facing me to facing outwards without doing another segment, second video that I will combine into one video at home. So whatever. Anyway, here we go. This is the very start of the bike path. I did bring a flashlight in case I need it. I don't know. Maybe I will get it out. I can dig it out of my pocket. So that was, let's see, what is this over here? I don't know what this is. Something. Oh, look, here's wait a minute. Let me get my flashlight out. Hold on. You can see people have left several shopping carts here. Yeah, I got my tactical flashlight that I learned about, or found out about, by watching Dan Bell. If you're not familiar with him, he's a great YouTuber, has 2 channels. This is Dan Bell, and then his secondary channel is Dan Bell Film It. I'm not going to get into the details of that right now, but if you haven't seen any of his videos, you should check him out because he's definitely an inspiration to me. Alright, so here we are, walking at the beginning of the bike path. This building over here used to be, if I'm not mistaken, Catherine Gibbs, which was like a, I'm not exactly sure what they referred to themselves as, but I think they were like sort of like a business school / like administrative assistant school. But something happened, they went out of business a few years ago. I'm not sure what the building's used for now. It might be vacant. And then there's apparently a residential neighborhood up there. Oh, I have 2 hoodies on and my leather jacket and a hat, and 2 pairs of gloves, snow boots. Can you see my snow boots? My snow boots are on, and my hood above on my hat, and my mask. So I'm actually not feeling that bad out here right now. Even though it's really chilly, I'm not shivering or anything yet. So even though it's in the mid-20s. All right. I don't think I'm very likely to encounter too many people out here tonight. It's so cold and late. I'm surprised there's no snow left on the path. I mean, I guess it's possible that they had a mini plow that they plowed it with. I guess it could also be that maybe because it's pavement, the snow melts a little bit faster in the sun. I don't know, but definitely I didn't know if I was going to need my boots, so that's why I wore them. Probably a good thing that I did anyway. If I had my sneakers on, my feet would have been getting really cold. These snow boots are nice and warm. Okay, now this over here is the Harris House Apartments. They were described as online as at least part of it being like low-income apartments, but looks like a nice building. If I had to, I wouldn't mind, from the looks of it, at least on the outside, wouldn't mind living there. And over here, in this little section of woods, we have, it's called Tongue Pond. It's a little pond, and it's got some woods around it, and supposedly there's a trail around it, possibly even paved. I don't know if I can locate it. According to what the satellite view showed on Google Earth, it's supposed to be starting right in this vicinity. But all I see is snow over here. There looks like some tracks in the snow. I don't know if there's a better path down over here to get in there. I'd rather not walk through the snow if I don't have to, even though I have snow boots on. But if I have to, I will. My plan is, once I get down to this point, I wanted to take you on a little walking trip around the pond. And actually, that was probably going to be another video, because I've already made this one fairly long, because I started recording it in the car when I did the first section. Supposedly the path that goes in there, the main path that goes in there, is like roughly even with the end of this building, apartment building. And oh, here it is. You know, I'm gonna have to walk in the snow. Alright guys, I'm gonna end this video. If you want to see the walk around Tongue Pond, you can tune into the next video. Otherwise, if you just want to watch the bike path videos, if I do any more, well, if I ever come back here, I'll continue right here. Thanks for watching, and let me just hit stop.